At it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. I'll ask for returns for you to smash that like button, tell me know you watch this video, helps out the YouTube channel, and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with DWAC, and we're going to talk about what's going on in the charts with 42 Vision on the 30-minute, on the 1 day, and also the 15-minute to look at this from different perspectives and different time frames. But before we break it all down here with DWAC, Digital World Acquisition Corp, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity we mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if that's something you want to become part of and get in on early on these opportunities, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And we're going to jump right into it here with DWAC, because what I got for you guys, you won't want to miss. So stick around because you might like what I got for you. So the home run opportunity was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you want to get on early on opportunities like these, we look for them every single day. You're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the stocks I mentioned this morning. Every single one gave us realistic expectations of 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%. But one of them turned out to be way beyond expectations, out of the park home run, way beyond 20%. And here is the chart. We caught this one early and it was sitting at around 118, 119 when I mentioned it, and it was sitting there in the pre-market pulling downwards. And from that moment forward, after the bell, it started to take off. In a matter of minutes, in the first 30 minutes, it jumped up nearly 50% plus, pulled back down, and continued that route to give us a highest point of 250% plus on the day, guys. And then when it dipped and ripped again, it gave another 50% plus opportunity. If this is something you want to become part of, check out the link down below in the description. We look forward to having you join us, and we look for opportunities like these every single day through the volatility of the market, and we look to maximize on the opportunities using 42 Vision. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with DWAC, Digital World Acquisition Corp, and it continues to pull down lower. It broke through support levels we were watching, and if it broke through it, it was going to go into further weakness, and we are seeing it right now. Now on the 30-minute, this right here on 42 Vision tends to be, right, the point where either further weakness continues or the further weakness is about to dissipate and it's trying to find a bottom, and it may reverse, right, if the transitions happen. And what transition is that? Well, the next transition after this is a white candlestick, right, with green borders, and then going into red with green borders like this one right here, trying to bring itself back up. And if it doesn't happen, it's going to continue going into red candlesticks. So this right here is a move closer to a possible bottoming and reversal if it holds up. And we're going to go ahead and change this to the 15-minute so you can see a little bit more of what 42 Vision looks like and how it works and what it does. You see, complete weakness. There's the shift into hollow candlestick with green border, red with green border, and the next one would be a green candlestick, and then obviously green candlesticks beyond that, right? Dark green and then green. We have not seen that. We are seeing clear weakness here, and it continues. It is trying to find a bottom. It's been trying to hold itself up, and then the weakness just continues to appear, and you could see the white with red borders. If that continues, we're going to see continuation of weakness. But when you zoom in even more than just the 15-minute, you could see here how a reversal is trying to form, and this is trying to become the bottom. If this continues, the next shift would be red candlesticks with green borders and then dark green candlesticks until we see the full transition of strength when the green candlesticks appear. But right now, this has been an extreme weakness. You could see it in the charts, and we're going to break down the reasoning behind this weakness, because on the 30-minute, 15-minute, and we even zoomed into the 5-minute so you could really see what's trying to happen here based off of 42 Vision. It is trying to bottom out, trying to reverse, but if it can't, right, it's due to the fact that it fell below this support level of 69, 65, 75 range, give or take. And once that got crossed, we were going to see it struggle. And you could see how it tried to hold itself up within that area of $69. Once it got crossed, it has gone from 68 all the way down to lows here of 55. Hopefully, based off 42 vision, it seems to have bottomed out if volume can come back in. Because that's another thing as well. The average volume for the last 10 days is 72 million, and today's volume is just 50% of that. And if you look at the stock price and where it's at right now, it's literally 50% down from the highs up here of $96 and reaching 55 at those lows. Not about 50%, but about 40 to 45% down from those highs. And you could see it reflect in the volume as well. But what's really making it go down? If you've watched my videos before, you have heard me talk about this. This is super important right now into what's building the true value per share. And it has to do with the market cap and also the valuation, right? We have talked about the planned valuation of this merger, right? And what Trump Media Technology Group is worth. All right, the enterprise value is $875 million with a potential, right, additional earnout of $825 million due to the additional shares. Okay, if the valuation is granted, the whole entire valuation is $1.7 billion, and depending on the performance of the stock price post business combination, I've talked about this time after time after time. Post business combination, not what it's doing now, because a lot of people yesterday, it was sitting at 3 billion, could have easily said, well, it's performing really well, its valuation's probably going to have to hike up, and it's actually before the merger right now. What's going on? This is all hype and speculation. What we see here in the charts, the merger has not happened. It's been confirmed that they've come to an agreement, but it has not happened. So based off of the performance of the stock, right, post business combination or merger, that's where we'll know the cumulative valuation to be either 1.7 billion or maybe below that, or maybe more than that, right? So then we also have here, apart from the 1.7 billion valuation, right, everything together on this end, we also have DWAC, right, DWAC's cash in trust of 293 million. So I just rounded this up to 2 billion. Okay, let's just say that's the complete valuation. So we were bound to see the stock pull back just based off of this information. If we go over to the chart and the market cap, you're going to see for yourself where it's at, and we got to analyze what's going on now moving forward. So when we head over to the chart here, it is currently valued at a market cap of 2.12 billion. So after I talked about everything here, 1.7, 293 million, you put it all together, you round it up to 2 billion, and it's right now slightly above 2.12 billion. So there's a little bit above 2 billion. There's still some room here where this could go into further weakness if the speculation and if the hype starts to fade. But if it doesn't, based off the technicals here on the 30-minute, 15-minute, and 5-minute, the stock is trying to push higher, especially trying to reverse. Could it reverse going into tomorrow or sometime towards the end of this week? That is a possibility, but it needs to hold up over certain levels. The first level is $55. The next level is way down here at $40. $40 would actually make the market cap anywhere between, I'd say, 1.5 to about 1.8 billion. We'll have to see where it falls in those areas, and if not, it may even go a little bit lower, like 1.3, 1.4. But right now, anywhere between $55 and $40 is definitely a place to be watching this if it's going to go into extreme weakness and a lot of selling off, profit taking is happening, or if the bulls are going to try to reappear and remove the bears and reverse this one before it even goes to 55, before it even goes to 40, and start the reversal around these areas and at these levels, and especially at this market cap. This is super important to be aware of. That's why I've been talking about it, because in yesterday's video I stated we need to see if people are going to ignore this or actually value this? Institutional investors, large investors, are they really paying attention to this, or they're just throwing out this fundamental out of the picture and they're just going to focus on the hype, speculation, and technicals in the charts? And it seems like the lower this goes, the closer it gets to this valuation, the closer it's getting to the true value of this stock per share, even though people are saying they see this going back to 170, back to 200, breaking out to new highs, and even 500. Not saying it's not possible at all. But right now, the stock market, right? When you look at the charts, it tells you what the public is doing. And a lot of them are selling. The chart itself shows you what people are doing, what other investors are deciding. Now, this right now is the most exciting thing I see in the chart because it seems like it's trying to reverse. But on the 1 day, it doesn't look like that. And based off valuations, it still has room to even go lower if people are really considering this mathematical fundamental play about it. But like I stated, this was one big long candlestick. We needed to see another one. And what we would need to see here, instead of red down here in the volume bars, this needed to be green. And instead of actually having a red border, this needed to be another candlestick with another wick above this one, and doing that staircase effect with another wick above this one and pushing upwards. That's not the case. It's actually right now in a downward, slightly sideways action, right? It's kind of like finding a consolidation area, but from this peak to down here, it is in a downward motion. And if this shifts into dark green with red borders, there's a lot more weakness to come. And if it shifts to red, it is getting pretty weak, and it's something to reanalyze and see based off those levels. Now, I know a lot of people see this going to 500. I look forward to seeing your price targets down below. Do you think this is going to start reversing from here? Do you think the valuation of the whole entire makeup, right, of obviously Truth Social that Trump is going to launch and merge with Digital World Acquisition Corp, do you think it's worth more than 175 as it reached up here at those highs? Or is it somewhere between where it currently sits to the downside a little bit, or a little bit to the upside closer to $100? What are your thoughts? I know there's a lot of price targets out there. There's a lot of hype, but at the end of the day, I always focus on the charts, and specifically 42 vision, where it shows the shifts of weakness and the shifts of reversals, right? You could see here, it is fighting to reverse. It's consolidating here in the after hours. We're going to have to see if this can roll over into tomorrow and break through the 60s, continue upwards, and break through way back up here, $68, and just continuing to break through resistance levels. I mean, that is definitely the most important thing, and staying above support levels. But valuations are important. The charts speak for themselves, and this is what really tells you what other investors are doing. Because if they can't short it, right, that's not an excuse right now. People are selling, and if people are selling, they're taking profits. So you want clarity in the charts, you can join us to see the home runs that we look for every single day, and also gain extra clarity in the charts based off the 42 vision indicator by joining the 42 vision tier level. We look forward to having you join us. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.